Hello everyone, and welcome back to another session on Viscera Cleanup Detail, Santa's Rampage. So yes, we were on this one recently, but as you may have seen on that episode, the game and me didn't get on quite so well, and we actually ended up blowing ourselves up, dying, and scoring negative 33% as a score, as we actually managed to make his workshop worse than it was when we started. Whoops. So what I thought I'd do, since, I don't like to let a game beat me, is that we'd return, and as you may be able to see here, we would have another go at trying to improve things. Helpfully, I did also discover how you were supposed to dispose of those lovely buckets of goo, and that was by throwing them in the fireplace, which acts as an incinerator. Yeah, obviously. That totally should have realised that. Anyway, let's return to real time and have a little look at what's going on. So, here we are, back in real time, and you may have noticed I've done a little bit of work in here. I mean, yeah, I'm not gonna lie, it doesn't look fabulous, but I think it looks a little better than it could have done. There's a few less bits and pieces knocking around. Yes, this is the remains of me. I might have accidentally blown myself up. But before I did that, there were very few elf remains around, so I voted that as a bit of a win. Anyway, yeah, look how great this is. Burning everything. No more remains. I figured the best approach is... oh, I think this is my hand. Try and get rid of as many of the remains as possible. From there, then we can do a mass amount of mopping right at the end. That's probably going to be easier than repeatedly mopping and finding that all we really achieve is creating more mess every single time we mop, which I think we did a fair amount of last time. But yeah, look at that. Not too bad. I think that's a lot of the bits and pieces gone at any rate. Obviously we do have the other rooms that are going to need a bit of work as well, but these things are works in progress, and to be honest, we've probably done better already than we were doing before, haven't we? These presents are a little bit awkward. I assume we just need to keep them, but it would be nice if they were out of the way, Stick them up on the table, especially this big monster one. Oh, actually, can we put it down by the Christmas tree? That'd look nice, wouldn't it? Lovely. And this rather jazzy radio system. Let's get you out of the way too, shall we? Nah, that'll do. Up on the table. And another present. What is that? Is that a gun? Santa, is this what you were using? Well, I don't think we want to be putting that in the fireplace, because last time I put a dangerous weapon, i.e. dynamite, in the fireplace, I exploded. I mean, I know, hopefully, at least, guns don't explode as easily as dynamite does, but even so, I feel like it's probably not something that I should be throwing into an open fire. Right, Santa hat, what are we going to do with you? Stick that on the table for the moment out the way, I guess. Or the floor, whichever. Right. Is that also a bit of remains? Yes. I think that might have been my head. In its hard hat. Gone. Okay. Yes, as we were thinking, not too bad in here. Let's get some of these bits and pieces out the way. Oh, yes. Presents out the way. At least vaguely. And then let's get us a magical cleaning bucket. Come out of that end, pick you up, and let's go in here, shall we? Okay, so I'm not gonna lie, I haven't really touched the remains in any of the other rooms. I was mostly focusing on trying to get the main room looking at least vaguely presentable, and then of course I blew myself up again. But it's all a good start. That's not very well in the bucket, is it? Can we rotate you a bit? Do you want to go in nicer? Do you? Probably not. No, you don't. You don't want to go in nicely at all, do you? You want to make this whole thing exceptionally difficult for me. That sounds about right. Okay, well, either way, we're not getting there. I was doing so well off camera. No, I really wasn't. I was doing minorly well off camera. I was making vague progress. No, I still suck at this game, let's be honest about that. Right, let's try and gather some little tiny bits like this arm. Get that in there, and some of these shotgun shells too. I think I'm not aiming for perfection, but I would like at least a positive number at the end of this. You know, doesn't have to be 100%. Hell, even 10% would do. Anything's got to be better than 0, right? Or negative 33 as we got last time. Come on, in the bucket, please. No. In the bucket. Come on, Mr. Elf. He looks weirdly animated rolling around on the floor. And he does not want to be picked up. Right. In the bucket, please. Why don't you want to go in the bucket? Ooh, gosh, you are a very creepy individual. Right. A little bit further. You know what? Let's just not worry about that. You're going in the fireplace, whether you like it or not, Mr. Creepy Elf. And if you won't go in the bucket first, you can just go straight in the fireplace. Same difference to me. Right, okay. Can we get any of these other smaller bits and pieces in my old bucket? That's a little bit big. What about a torso? Rotate you round. Yeah, lovely. Some legs? I mean, probably a terrible thing to have thought, but now I have, I'm gonna share it with you. Santa's done one thing this Christmas. He's created a solid jigsaw puzzle, hasn't he? You could spend days trying to stitch together all these bits and pieces. Here's a leg, there's a leg. Is it my leg? Who knows? Right. Well, actually, I think that's probably about full enough that we can waddle back through with the biohazard bucket and try not to spill it on anything. Desperately try. Into the flames. There we go. Magnificent. It's all these blooming chairs. They're quite in the way. Right. We are making improvements. There's definitely less corpses around. Right, you're a full-size corpse. So let's just run you down to the fireplace too. Yeah, in you go. Leave all that to burn for a little bit. Should we take another bucket in? Why not, eh? How about we take a bucket out here? I know we did this last time, but controversially, at least I now know what to do with the bucket afterwards. I know. Insanity would be repeating this with no hope of change, but I have a hope of change this time. Hopefully I won't drop it on the floor, famous last words. But hopefully I will actually achieve it, something helpful happening? No. Okay. Right. Up. Rotate. On floor. Don't touch. Shell casing. In bucket. Or on bucket. Who knows. Right. This is a smallish piece of elf. Sensible-ish rotation. Lovely. Right, we can get a head in there. Shame we can't get a head at the game. Ba-dum-bum-cha. Yeah, no. Stop making bad dead elf jokes. Right, I think the other two are full corpses. There's an arm. Let's get the arm in. Muchly an armless elf, really. Yeah, we've still got him. There's still bad jokes galore right here. Okay. And that. And then I think if we take this bucket back, that's all of Oh no, no, no! That's all of the stuff except for the 2 large corpses, and I don't tend to have much luck in getting the large corpses into these buckets. So... oh, this bucket's getting very dirty. Into the flames! Right. And then let's grab you. I have been, as you might have noticed, leaving all those little USB chip things that we found last time, because I'm still convinced there is a purpose for them, and I would love to work it out. So, I'm leaving them on the floor in the hope that we might stumble across the answer at some point. Maybe once we've cleaned up some of all the detritus, we might be able to see what their actual intention was with those. Like, there's got to be a computer. There's got to be one I'm just not noticing. So, you know, for the moment I am focused on destroying their garbage. Right. I think that's all the garbage from the hallway. And this room. And we've made a solid start in here too. Right, so what I think we'll do, I will continue ferrying around all these bits and pieces, and I will pop back to you once we've got them all sorted. Alright, so we're back. It's not quite been enough time for me to clear every last item, although I have done all of the rooms except for the attic, but I saw all of these in here and thought they were pretty jazzy, and I'd have to show you. So, we've got Dear Santa, I want a new Playbox 180 and a new Wi-Fi 732S and the new Racerman car driver game. I also want a new bike because the one I got last year is dirty, and I want a new Windbreaker air rifle too. I've been good, so I want these, from Billy Spoiled. Well, yes, spoiled being the optimum word. Alright, what else have we got? Mr. Santa Claus, Happy Christmas. This year I want the new Arachnid Boy comic, a new motorbike, a new archery set, a new 58-inch TV, a killer falcon like the one Uncle Gunter has, a new stereo, blah 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 blah. Come on, you are asking for a lot. Dear Santa Claus. Also, can I just point out, some of the spelling in this is very debatable. The last guy spelt Christmas wrong, and this guy, Claus, what are you doing? It was my birthday Friday. Mummy got me only 23 presents and a soccer field cake. I want 23 steak pies. Wow. So yeah, I think these are giving a fair example of why poor Mr. Claus went bonkers. Dear Mr. Claus, I have in my possession video footage of you along with your gang entering one of my premises via the fireplace. The footage also shows littering and you personally removing my valuable property. Wow. Mr. Claus, it is with a heavy heart and dwindling pocket that we regret to inform you that you're being sued. Destruction of property, damages, emotional suffering, public disturbance and obscenity. Apparently your reindeer had defecated across the house or houses as they passed by the area. Yours, Dick Bergen Sons. Yeah. But yeah. Invoice and receipt? Oh, bless him. This is when he went bonkers and decided to buy all the stuff to kill all his elves. Yeah, I think this is giving a pretty good estimation. Oh, his little brother's also in jail. Oh, yeah, of quite how tragic poor Mr. Claus's life got. It's bonkers, really, and quite sad. Oh, a shotgun. Not something we want Santa having his hands on, or me really throwing in the fireplace. But yeah, I think we've managed to clear up almost all the items as well, which is quite exciting. I have to say, it took me bloomin' ages to get the basement sorted out. Those reindeer were in 100 pieces. It was, kind of gross, if I'm honest. Like, yeah, I get it. Reindeer would come apart into ribs and to hooves and all of this, but damn, they take a while to clean up. But yeah, I think I'm about ready to start on some mopping. Now, I do admit this is going to be an absolutely mammoth job, and it's going to take me a long time and a lot of mop buckets before we get anywhere close to having a clean floor. But I do think this way was probably the safer way to have done it. rather than mopping at the start. But you know, we shall find out. Place your votes now, ladies and gents. How many mop buckets do you think it's going to take to clean that? Answers in the comments. I suspect it's going to take, what, 50 mop buckets to get this place looking clean? It's just, oh, especially when I go and do that with them. Yeah, this is going to be a long while, isn't it? Tell you what, I'll give you guys a break and I'll check back in with you shortly when I've managed to not absolutely, oh god, obliterate the place, hopefully, with buckets. See you in a bizzle. Alright, I think we've just about done it. Taking a little look around, I mean, I wouldn't give it any awards for tidiness, but the place overall doesn't look too bad. Well, now saying that, I am spotting a couple of little stray bits of non-mopped dirt, and some up here too. But most things are tidy, which I'm quite happy with. All the little rooms have been tidied. The basement, now that took me a while. My days. And even the attic, which the absolute lunatic had gone and pulled up all the floorboards and stuffed them full of blimmin' dead elves. Who does that? Who, Santa? Who? That's weird. That's premeditation, the fact that you took enough time to think of that when you were doing your spree killing. But anyway, let's see if we've managed to actually get a positive score this time. Here goes, fingers crossed. Right, I think I want the extra maximum marks we can possibly get, however proud I am of this, so let's try this. Oh gosh, an IR8 instant report form. Okay, so, incident. Please fill in the particulars of the IR8 form accurately. This will serve as company records for both you, your conduct, and the incident itself. Omission or perversion of details is punishable under Section 712B of the Sanitation Report Procedures Act of 2003. Gotcha. So, incident severity. Please tick the box that best describes the severity of the incident you worked on. Right. Well, it was really, 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 really difficult. And quite painful at points. So we're going to tick that. Particularly when I was picking up reindeer hooves. Right. Work method. Please describe your method for completing the job. What was your work style? Wait, oh, do I actually type in here? I tried. That's all I can give myself because I was pretty poor at cleaning. Please tick the box that best describes how efficiently you believe the job was completed. I was not great. But, you know, it looks much, much better than it did before, so yes, I'm a cleaning god. Instant particulars. Please tick the boxes that best describe the particulars of the whole instant. Failure to answer truthfully is punishable by law. Well... Gosh, there's loads. Loads and loads and loads. This was genocide. Santa went rogue. Any relevant info you wish to report. Describe the day's work and any major instance. You know what? It was really messy, but looks much better now. Much better. As Bag of Chips would say, much better! Okay. Please enter the number of alien entities presumed dead on site. Oh my god, I don't know, 30? 31, because that's what I've typed. Please enter the estimated number of spent shell casings. Loads. What, 20? I don't know. Estimated number of bullet holes. Wasn't really looking. Let's put 5. Estimated number of items incinerated. Blimmin' everything was incinerated. The amount of times I accidentally set off dynamite. If applicable, describe the on-work relationship with your fellow employees. Didn't have any. Enter your union identification number so we can add you to our list. Well, I'm not sure I've got one, so let's put 12. Please fill in any relevant info. Smiley face. That seems relevant. Deceased employees. Oh, yeah, totally. A few. Right, clock off. What's that gonna give us? What's our score? What's our score? What's our score? Oh my days. I still got demoted. What? Are you kidding me? I literally spent, like, 4 hours on that. Not even joking. Okay. Project conclusion. You departed the workshop after doing the barest minimum asked of you. You're almost certain to hear complaints about your inadequate performance, but for the moment you're more concerned about the horror of what you saw. The holidays will never be the same for you again, not after seeing the countless innocent elf faces you had to clear up. Your attempt to block it all out with the strongest liquor you can find while imagining how you would torture Santa. That bastard. Okay, well... I mean, it gave me 89%. I think that was pretty damn incredible. And okay, maybe it wasn't 4 hours, maybe it was 1 hour, 49 minutes and 8 seconds, but it felt like 4 hours. So yeah, I'm taking that. Thank you so much for returning to watch this with us. Enjoy your festive season, try not to kill any elves. If you've enjoyed the video, leave a like down below. If you want to subscribe to the channel, that would be magnificent. Thank you and good night!